Jamal Sweet Dreams Hill. That is it! Well, you can argue this is the most influential martial artist of all time, the great Bruce Lee, making his walk to the octagon here tonight, Jim.
Everybody wants to be Bruce Lee. They say they want to be like Mike. If you're a fighter, you want it to be like Bruce Lee. You want it to be that fast. You want it to be that charismatic. You want it to have an ability to just freeze your opponents. Your speed, your movement, just the diversity in the attacks that you can give your opponents would just confuse people. I mean, I watched him beat a 7-foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to stay undefeated.
Right.
If you can do that, you can do anything.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee in a nutshell.
Just so wise.
Bruce Lee enters the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. All right, so here's the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Jamal Sweet Dreams Hill. Wrested the title away from Glover Teixeira at UFC 283. That was January of 2023. One of the better championship performances of that year. But then Jamal Hill tore his Achilles playing basketball. He was unable to defend the title, which eventually he was forced to vacate. But as an athlete, as a boxer, as a grappler, a lot of people still believe this is the best 205-pound fighter in the world. He's got another opportunity to prove just that here on the Proving Ground tonight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Bruce the Dragon Lee. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Jamal Sweet Dreams Hill!
And there's Herb Dean.
Ready,
He will
fight.
handle the action
Ready.
inside the octagon.
Do it.
All right, so with that touch of the gloves, we are underway with this stand-up only fight. A couple of rules in play here, we remind you. No grappling of any type. Also, fighters cannot do any follow-up strikes on the floor. Let's see how it plays out. All right, first round is underway here. We say in mixed martial arts, it's one thing to have the reach advantage. It's another thing to use it. We'll see if he can get that jab going.
He has got to fight tall. He's got to stay at range, use his length to give his opponent problems, trying to bring the fight into a closer distance.
Nice job to set up the counter there. He waited patiently, and when his opponent got a little bit over-aggressive, he greeted him with a beautiful counter. Nicely done. Straight punch, that is useful. Oh, and he tags him with the straight, beautifully placed there by Lee. Nice front kick. And he caught the kick. We'll see what he can do with it. Massive head kick. Fast pace. Oh, man, what a connection right there. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety birds over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
Oh!
Oh my goodness, what a right hand.
Nice counter left there. Here's the buff with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 37 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
So the legend Bruce Lee does it again. That was a prime performance out of the martial arts legend tonight. This man, of course, has had no shortage of challengers. All right, so here's the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Jamahal Sweet Dreams Hill. Wrested the title away from Glover Teixeira at UFC 283. That was January of 2023. One of the better championship performances of that year. But then Jamahal Hill tore his Achilles playing basketball. He was unable to defend the title, which eventually he was forced to vacate. But as an athlete, as a boxer, as a grappler, a lot of people still believe this is the best 205-pound fighter in the world. He's got another opportunity to prove just that here on the Proving Ground tonight. This is exciting here, DC. The founder of Jeet Kune Do, one of the founding fathers, really, of mixed martial arts, Bruce Lee, is back in a big spot here tonight.
Bruce Lee is what every kid looked to when they thought about doing karate. Bruce Lee is the person that anyone looked at when they said, I want to be a fighter. It was the speed. It was the charisma. It was the approach of Bruce Lee that made him so special. And tonight, he's going to look to show a new generation of fighters exactly how it's supposed to be done.
And if you hear the phrase, drillers make killers, right? I mean, that was Bruce Lee in a nutshell. He felt like practice would make perfect. Nobody trained as hard as the great Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. And now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC presenting the challenger, Jamahal Sweet Dreams And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Great.
All right, so here we go with this stand-up only fight. You guys got to play by the rules. No grappling or wrestling of any type. Also, you cannot do follow-up strikes on the floor. Let's see who the last man standing will be tonight. Lee gets tattooed by that straight punch. All right, early round one here. Big reach advantage, DC. We'll see if he can employ that patented jab.
Yes, he has to maintain distance. He's the taller guy. So every time his opponent tries to enter, he's going to have to take something on the way inside.
Keep moving, left hand up. Big right hook coming, it's blocked. Oh, clean hook there. Lee gets caught by that straight punch. His defense has abandoned him tonight. All right, so we have got a full-on brawl to start this fight. Any concern that these guys might burn themselves out?
Oh, they're going to exhaust themselves. So we may as well enjoy it. You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Oh, no feeling out process, folks. Here we go. Edge of your seat action right out of the chute.
These dudes are trading very early in this fight. This is good.
Big uppercut.
Oh, nice right hand.
Trying to establish that jab once again. Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Lee. Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there. Back and forth we go. Oh, how good is that jab by Jamahal here? Whiffs on the right hand. A big left hand. Oh, head kick blocked by Jamahal Sweet Dreams Hill.
You know, that's...
Back to the feet now. Oh, huge kick to the leg. Oh, big left hand. So an opportunity goes by the boards. He had him stunned, nearly finished, and now his opponent has recovered.
His opponent recovered. Now he's hurt him again.
Well, not much setup behind it. The right hook misses.
Nice, solid punch lands.
Oh, crippling knee to the body.
Big right hand. Nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range. His cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is. Starting to bleed a little bit now. Oh, man, it ain't the... He could be in trouble.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. He doesn't know if he's in the octagon or at his mama's house for Thanksgiving. Dude's hurt. Serve him off. Go get him. Knock him out. The fight's done.
Under a minute to go in the round.
Back. These two guys are trading huge shots. Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful straight punch there by Hill. Oh, blocked. Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish.
I need you to kick now.
10 seconds now to go in the round. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Outstanding round. Do you believe it? Another 5 minutes coming up. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure. But nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. We had a knockdown there, but not a knockout.
No, it wasn't a knockout, but you can't take those shots. That big punch landed, and it sat him down. If he gets hit with another one of those, it might be good night, Irene.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round 2. All right, so here we go. The crowd on its feet as this next round gets underway. You saw in the previous round, both fighters got rocked. I don't think the scorecards are going to be needed for this one.
No, the scorecard will not be needed. If we can... Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
All right, so the big storyline in this one, his offensive prowess, particularly when it comes to landing those hooks. And I know you'd like to play Tony Romo. You think he goes back to it here? What?
I am almost certain that he's going to...
Oh, he's got him hurt badly now.
That leg can hurt.
Well, he was setting up the hooks early and often tonight. Watch for him to try to set it up again here. Well, it's been a wild fight thus far. Perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a close fight. You did not expect a war like this, though, where both guys, from the moment they said fight, went forward, got in each other's face, and just beat each other up. It's been tremendous.
Sweet Dreams Hill's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. Wow, what a head kick. Oh, huge left.
Great punch landed with so much power.
Well, don't get mad, get even, right? He got stunned by his opponent earlier in the round. He's clearly been losing since. Mentally, it appears as though he's checked out a little bit.
A lot easier.
How about the accuracy to land right there? His opponent's wobble champ.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
Just over 3 minutes to go now. Man! Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
All right, well, that blow is fauceting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively...
So bad. You gotta find safety. Find a way that you can recover.
Throwing that jab, no good. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round 1. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket. All right, so you see some redness on that calf. Maybe he's starting to slow down a little bit.
It looks like he is. Starting to really hurt him.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the round. Oh, looking to land the leg kick. That one checked. All right, so we'll see what sort of defensive response ensues here. He's taken a lot of shots upstairs, and the swelling is there to prove it.
Got to keep those hands up. Might want to employ a high guard to try to ensure that the guy's not landing on those spots, because the swelling's starting now. It's like
huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to find that follow with the kill. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight.
Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. Right now, it's starting to show.
All right, big storyline starting to develop here. That cut really starting to gap wide open as this fight continues.
And you can watch him, you see him. You can see it becoming his focus as he's popping him on that cut. And it's starting to open up more and more as the fight goes longer.
A swing and a miss by Jamahal Sweet Dreams Hill. All right, we now go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has your official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 41 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
Mixed martial arts royalty, folks. Bruce Lee, lighten up your living room tonight and giving this capacity crowd a whole lot to choose.